Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. Today's coffee mug was a Secret Santa gift at school. So, I got this gift, and y'all know I love personalization. So, the S on it for street. Yeah, I loved it. So, I'm going to jump right into today's topic because as we prepare for New Year's Eve, most people are like, I can't wait for 2025 to end. I can't wait. How we end a thing matters, y'all. How we end a thing, though we may say we can't wait for this 2025 year to end, today's topic is don't skip the process of closing seasons strong. Now, every season has a start. 2025 had a start, and every season has an ending. But here's the truth that we all often miss: how you close a season often determines how you enter the next season. Strong endings don't happen by accident, they happen by intention. Closing season strong, y'all, it's a process, not a feeling, not a rush, and not a regret filled rewind. But it's a deliberate way of honoring what was, learning from it, and stepping into what's next prepared. So today's topic, don't skip the process of closing season strong. As we prepare to close 2025 strong, I thought I would help us along. Notice I said us. The first thing we got to do is we got to reflect before we release. Before you release 2025, you have to reflect on 2025. Before you release this next season of your life, whether it's a year season or a spiritual season or a physical season, before you release a season, you have to reflect on that season. Before you rush into the next, pause and ask yourself these questions. What did this season teach me? What grew in me? Woo! And what drained me? Now, reflection is not a dwelling, y'all. It's more like data collection. When you reflect, you extract wisdom from that season instead of carrying wounds. I'm going to say that one more time. When you reflect, you extract wisdom from the season instead of carrying wounds. You get clarity instead of confusion. You learn what to repeat and what not to recycle. If you don't reflect, you risk repeating lessons instead of graduating from them. You don't move forward by forgetting, you move forward by understanding. Good morning, Josh. So good to see you on. Hope that you're well. So that's the first step, y'all. We literally have to reflect before we release. The second step, we've got to finish faithfully, not just fast. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I can't wait for the season to end so much so that I just start rushing to the next one. It's important that we finish faithful, not just fast, because strong endings, they still require us to have integrity to the very end. Many people check out emotionally before a season is officially over. Some of you have already checked the books on 2025, not realizing that God might want to do something big in these last 3 days of 2025. We close the book so fast that we check out emotionally before it's really over. We mentally leave our jobs before we gone, which means sometimes we leave a bad taste in people's mouths. My mom always said, you don't burn bridges behind you because you never know when you're going to need the same bridge, not another bridge, the same bridge to get back over. So how we leave a thing matters. Sometimes we leave relationships recklessly, y'all. We leave our commitments before we have fully walked out the commitment. When I left my last job, I stayed to the very bitter end. I did all my reports. I did everything, even though it took me into a time beyond when I left to close things properly that I wasn't getting paid for because me leaving right was more important than me leaving fast. We're still physically present, but finishing strong means doing your best work until the last day, speaking well even when it's uncomfortable. You might be leaving a job that you hate. Don't talk bad on your way out the door, y'all. Just don't do it. And don't talk bad about your employer to your next employer because they know when you leave, it's you, boo. You're going to do the same thing to them. So just shh, That part matters. Leave things better than how you found them. Faithfulness at the end reveals your character more than excitement at the beginning. Y'all, it's hard to be faithful to the end, but faithfulness is a character trait. My mother taught me that. Being faithful to the end. How you leave a testimony, how you leave a season is a testimony to who you are. Yeah, everybody gets excited at the beginning, but how you leave this 2025 season tells people who you really are. So I just thought I would tell somebody that. Good morning, Jackie. The third step, prepare for what's next without rushing what's ending. Y'all, sometimes we can't wait to close the book that we forget to read the epilogue. I said it. Sometimes we can't wait to get out of this book. We close it so fast, we forget the epilogue. I don't know about you. Have you ever walked out of a movie? I'm so glad I sit through the credits, because sometimes some of the best parts of the movie, I remember the first time I sat through Wakanda. That last part, y'all, whoo, it was what I needed to close Wakanda. But people had already left and missed that last epilogue of the story. Prepare for what's next without rushing what's ending. Strong endings create healthy beginnings. Closing a season strong means resisting the urge to sprint ahead emotionally while your soul is still wrapping up the present moment. There's a difference between preparation and escape. I prepare for 2026, but not because you're trying to escape 2025. Healthy preparation asks these questions, y'all. What do I need to carry forward? There's some things that you want to carry. I got some lessons in 2025 that are going to make me the bomb. I'm going to be dope in 2026 because of some lessons that I'm carrying from 2025. What are the things I need to leave behind? Y'all, there's some habits that I picked up in 2025 that I'd be crazy to carry into 2026. And what rhythms or boundaries do I need next? Y'all, some of the things I learned in this season will make my boundaries stronger in 2026, which will make me much more successful. Strong endings don't delay the future, they stabilize the future. I'm going to say it for you again. Strong endings don't delay the future, they stabilize them. Seasons will end, whether we're ready for it or not. But strong endings are a choice. Reflect before you release. Finish faithful. Prepare wisely. Because when you close a season strong, you don't just survive the transition. You step into what's next. You step into what's next, grounded, grateful, and ready. Good morning, Tisa. So I came on here to tell y'all today, don't skip the process of closing seasons strong as you prepare for 2026. Leave 2025 strong. Reflect before you release. Finish faithful, not just fast, and prepare for what's next without rushing what's ending. I'm the amazing T Street. Hope you take some time today to prepare to close out this year strong. There's nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. So I dog double dare you to close this season strong. Have an amazing day.